we are used to many rounds of diligence, and we are also used to international investors. And that, I think, was a very strong foundation on which we were aspiring to become a listed company. We came across, SPAC. We got introduced to, and then actually it snowballed into the real option. And the bottom line, I would like to highlight what Sean covered in his notes is number one, we like the sponsor, and number two, we could use projection, and number three, it was a difference in timing. While we were actually, evaluating various options, we were very sure that we wanted to do listing, and we preferred to go to US listing. And let me try and answer one question that you might have as to why US. For us, actually, given our profile, we are already a very strong EBITDA company. We could very well have actually listed in a couple of markets: UK, US, India. All of them are real options for us. We actually eventually chose US for positive reasons, which is basically US, the way we looked at it is that is the strongest pool of deep capital on ESG, which is an evolving trend, and that directly plays to what we do in the business. So therefore, we eventually landed in US. For Indian companies, let me tell you, there are a lot of things that one need to work on. Preparation takes a long period of time. But two aspects that I want to highlight is whether you are ready to be an offshore company. And number two, what is your tax implication? Whether you are ready to go through the tax impact. A lot of other issues, where do you put the board? Who will come on the board? What is the governance structure? What are the indirect tax implications? What are the PE implications, POEM implication going forward? Where will the services lie? Where will the management lie? A number of questions that come up, as you can actually, imagine. What is the cost? Is it as high as 50%? Is it 5%, 10%? It's north of 10%. It's more like 15%. This sounds very prohibitive, right? But the reality is you do a cost-benefit analysis for any commercial deal, and this is no different. So you actually do a cost-benefit analysis, and unlike a product contract where you can actually determine what is the final price, the price here is a valuation that you get. Now, you really need to make up your mind, and it's really your decision whether actually, the valuation difference that you are getting is worth the cost that you're paying. If you just look at it on a standalone basis, it looks high, but any cost is high. Even 3% could be high, 5% could be high, 10% is high. You need to look at it in a context. But the cost itself is going to be, much north of 10%. It could be even 15%. But is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it if you actually perceive that, you have an access to a, different pool of capital, and, you're actually going to be a listed company. So you have continued access to, capital, and, few years ahead of your time. So to that extent, are you willing to pay that cost? Yes. I mean, you need to evaluate and come to a conclusion.